I can imagine right now that you are about to make a very important decision in your life. Maybe it's a decision about what program you should study, or maybe what career path you should pursue, or whether you should start that business that you've been wanting to start for a very long time, or maybe you should just let the idea die. And somewhere around you, okay, a parent, a relative, or maybe even a friend already has a very strong opinion about what they think you should do. Now, before I say anything else, I want to ask you this question, okay? I want to ask you one thing. Are you about to make that decision for yourself, or you're about to make it for them? Because you see, there is a difference between the two. And most people never stop long enough to notice it. Let me let you in on something that happened to me personally. You see, when I was applying to go to university, a close relative of mine was very convinced that I should study engineering. They argued so hard for it and they wouldn't let it go, to the point where I just had to end the argument and, give in to what they were trying to convince me to do. I had to put down 2 engineering courses as my first and second options. But on my third option of the programs that I was applying for, I had put BBA as my third. Now, here's what you need to understand. I grew up in a business-related background, okay? I knew that business was my world. I knew that business was my language. And I genuinely knew that engineering with all of its mathematics would have just been nothing but hell for me. Not because I am not capable of doing engineering, no, but because I knew that it just wasn't mine. But it seemed like this relative of mine had a plan for me, okay? And in their mind, their plan made sense. Engineering meant a good job, a good salary, security, and a safety net. And I would even go as far as saying a safety net for them more than it would be for me. So there I was, indicating courses I did not want because someone else needed to feel comfortable about my future. But when the acceptance letter came, I found out that I had been picked for BBA, which was actually my third option. And to be honest with you, here's what I did next. I called him, okay? I called him. And I had to pretend that I was disappointed, when actually from the inside, I was very happy, man. Like, I was so relieved, because for the first time in the whole process, it seems like my life was going in the direction I actually wanted. So now, here I am, 3 years into this program, and is it hard? Well, absolutely, of course it's hard. Because there are moments when I just get pushed to my limits, But here is the thing. Here is what I'm trying to drive at. Because that was my decision, because that is something that I chose personally, I managed to endure the hardship that I face when I am at school. I managed to sit with the difficulty. And because of that, I know from the bottom of my heart that if I had ended up in engineering, I would have quit. I am telling you the truth, I would have quit. Not because it's impossible to do engineering, no, but it's because I would have been grinding every single day over something that I never wanted to do in the first place. Something that I didn't even choose myself. So there is a difference between struggling for something you want and suffering for something that someone else chose for you. And that's something that I want you to understand. And something that I also want you to hear clearly out of everything that I'm trying to put across here is, you see, that relative of mine, oh my goodness, that relative of mine is not the one that is sitting in my lectures. He is not the one that is writing my assignments. He is not the one that is waking up every single day to attend classes. I am the one that is doing all of those things. And so it is with you. Whatever decision you're about to make in your life right now, you need to understand that the people who are pressuring you are going to go back to their lives the moment you make that decision. But you, well, you are going to live with that decision and its consequences every single day. So I want to ask you something, okay? And I need you to actually think about this. This is something that I want you to sit with even as this video ends. Where are you going right now? Not where are you hoping to go, not where you think you should go. Where are you actually going based on the decisions you're about to make? And now the harder question, is that where you want to go? Or is it just what everyone around you wants? Because the people who are directing your life will not be there when the consequences of the decision you're about to make start to show up. Only you are the one that is going to live with those consequences. You know, for me, I can even go as far as saying I got lucky. The university chose my third option, and that accident of fate gave me the life that I actually wanted, which is to be doing the program that I'm doing right now. But you see, not everyone gets to be lucky. Some people do end up exactly where everyone else wanted them to be, and they spend years, sometimes even their whole careers, just paying the price for the decision that was never really theirs. Please, don't wait for luck to correct a decision you should have made yourself. Before you say yes to make someone else comfortable, make sure you can live with the consequences of the decision that you're about to make. The consequences that will follow after you make the decision that you're about to make. This has been Xander William. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.